Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, namaskar once again, all of you. And today's session is about winter care foods. So, today I'm going to talk about what are the fundamentals of Ayurveda regarding seasons. We call it as Rutucharya. So, how this season forms is very interesting. All of you know about this that the sun moves in southern direction or the north direction, and because of the movement of the sun, there is Dakshinayan or Uttarayan. So this is southern solstice and northern solstice. And according to that, there are the four seasons in Western countries. And according to Ayurveda, there are six rutus. So today we will talk more about this. What is Dakshinayan? What are the properties present in nature and how they affect our body and mind? Next slide, please. So what is Dakshinayan? That movement of the sun is on southwards, and Uttarayan is the direction of sun moves towards north side. In Dakshinayan, the sun rays descends and they are very sharp, they are less sharp. That's why heat decreases and it offers moisture, fluidity, that is dravata, unctuousness, that is snigdhata, and strength. So all these properties are present in the nature, and these same properties are present in our body also. That's why in Dakshinayan, we also called it as the Visarga Kal. Nature offers us strength. And here, our strength, stamina, our digestive system is becoming stronger and we get more and more health. And in Uttarayan, the sun is very strong, dryness is there, the nature is hot. That's why the strength decreases and our digestive fire or digestive system is also weak. Now, today, at this point in the month of January, we are at the end of the Dakshinayan and start of Uttarayan. We all know that on the day of Makar Sankranti, the sun goes to the north side. And here, the transition phase of Ayana is there. But it is not like that. In the month of January, all the strength will be less or our digestive system will be weak. It goes decreasing gradually from the next Ritu. So today is also the winter season. Besides that, Makar Sankranti will be after 4 days. That's why today we are discussing about the winter season or the here right now it is the Shishir Rutu. Next slide, please. So what is the winter in India? It is the Hemant and Shishir, which comes in the month of November, December, and January. We called it as also pre-winter and winter. As I said, this is the transition of Ayanas. Now, what is there in the nature? That the coldness, Shita Guna is present. There is dryness, which is the Ruksha Guna. Shita Guna, Ruksha Guna, both are of Vata dosha. Tridosha is the basic fundamental of Ayurveda, on which all our diagnostic method, our recommendations are based on. Our body types are also made up of Tridosha. So as this is Vata, the Vata process is there. So Vata is aggravating and it helps our digestive fire to enhance. That's why Bala and Agni is at peak. As the coldness is there, that is the property of Kapha dosha. Because of Kapha dosha, we are getting more and more strength. In the month of Shishira, there is accumulation of Kapha dosha in our body. That's why whatever the regimen will be there, Rutucharya will be there, it is based on the Agni and Bala. Now the next Rutu is Vasanta, which will be spring, which will be in month of February. At that time, the cold decreases and heat increases. Because of that heat, kapha melts and kapha provokes. That's why we should follow winter in a proper way so that there will be no kapha diseases in the next month. That is the main important thing of Rutucharya, that you should follow the current Rutu properly with your diet, exercises. then only you will get better and better health. Next slide, please. So what is winter in Western countries? There are only four rutus, 4 seasons. So autumn or fall and winter, which starts from the 22nd of 20 of September, is the winter season. So there is snowfall, there is cold weather, the -degree temperature is there. So there is no thing that it is giving you warmth. As I have written, in London, the warmest temperature is 8 degrees. But in India, 8 degrees is too less for us. So the Ayurveda talks about the properties which are present in nature and in our body. That's why Ayurveda is applicable to all over the world. You can use Ayurveda knowledge in your Western countries also. Also in winter, the nights are colder in US, UK, or the west of this globe. That's why we should follow same regimen with little bit changes in the food patterns, but in a proper way to gain more health. Next slide, please. Now, what is digestive fire? As I said, this nature is affecting our body and mind. And very important thing in our life is the Agni, that is our digestive system. Now in the Dakshinayan, in the month of the winter, because of the coldness is outside, the srotasa shrinks, the channel shrinks, and the heat gets trapped inside. This is the logic of Ayurveda. And because of that, Agni enhances, digestive fire increases. Also, Vata is there to help the Agni to become more stronger. That's why in winter season, you can consume Ushna, Snigdha, and Guru Ahar. Ushna means warm ahar because there is cold weather. Vata should not get aggravated because of cold food items in your diet. Snigdha is the anctus or the like pure ghee. The ghee and oils are Snigdha Guna. That will enhance fire, that will balance Vata, that will enhance Pitta, and it will give you more and more strength. It will decrease dryness in your body also. Guru Ahar is the Ahar which takes longer time to get digested, but Guru Ahar nourishes your body. It nourishes your body tissues, it gives you strength, it gives you muscle strength, which is very important. Then only your stamina and strength will be more. Now I will share with you a very interesting thing that we did the Nadi Pariksha research with Nadi Taringiri, and we have plotted more than 80,000 Nadi, and we proved that, and this is the evidence that what are the references given in the Ayurveda text thousands of years ago are applicable today, and we can find it out present today also. So could you share the next slide, please? This is the slide. We have plotted Nadi and the Agni parameter of that from January to December. And you can see that the Agni is higher in the months of January, November, December. And middle of the year, when there is summer, when there is Varsha Rutu, that is rainy season, Agni is on lower side. We have plotted these graphs for Vata, Pitta, and Kapha Prakriti. And you can see Pitta is always higher, so red color is up. But in that one also, there is a elevation in the months of Jan, Feb, and December. Next slide, please. So Bala is also very important. As Agni is important, you are going to take a very good, healthy diet in that one. But along with that, physical exercise is also important. As nature is giving us a good strength, so you can do a good exercise, physical exercise in winter season. Now in India, the mornings are very pleasant, so you can go outside to do exercises. In Western countries, as you because of snowfall, you couldn't go outside, but at home you can do the indoor exercises. And exercise, whatever the diet pattern, the exercise should be as per your Prakruti, that is body type. Vata Prakruti can do mild to moderate Vyayam, and the pace should be moderate. The Pitta Prakruti should have moderate Vyayam. Kapha Prakriti should have moderate to severe type of Vyayam. And Vyayam is very important because it will nourish your dhatus, your tissues, and it will maintain your strength and stamina. Next slide, please. Now, yoga is having a very important role in our body, in our life. Yoga gives you the flexibility, the strength. It works over the mind also. That's why I will suggest all of you to do yogasana and Surya Namaskar, that is sun salutations and pranayam daily at your home or outside. If you are going out for the outdoor exercises, then go for hiking, jogging, because you will have good stamina for that one. You will get more muscle strength, and which will be for a longer time throughout the year. Along with Vyayam, the sleep is very important. So daily night sleep, 6 to 8 hours of sleep is very important. This will nourish your body tissues. It will calm your mind, and it will give you strength and longer life. So Ahar, Vihar, and Nidra, they are very important factors in Ayurveda. Avoid daytime sleep in winter because I said it is kapha provoking. It will give you more guruta. Kapha will get aggravated. It will give you more laziness, sluggishness. That's why avoid daytime sleep. Next slide, please. Now, what is Ahar? Every Prakriti, every body type is different. So Vata, Pitta, Prakriti should have different Ahar. As I said, Guru Ahar is good for all. But which food item is Guru and which is good for Vata Prakriti will be different than Pitta Prakriti. So Vata Prakriti should have Snigdha Ushna Ahar like pure ghee or dry fruit laddus, beans. Pitta Prakriti is having stronger Agni, so they can digest Guru warm Snigdha Ahar. They can consume cold pressed oils. Sesame jaggery is open for all the Prakriti. Kapha Prakriti, we should have warm and Snigdha Ahar, and it should be steamed or tossed. Or you can have veg, non-veg soups. Bajra is also useful in this season. Now in India, North India, South India, coastal India, mid of India, they are different. The climate conditions are different, the foods are different. So North India can follow Pitta and Vata diet, mid India can follow Vata and Kapha, and the South and coastal India can follow the Vata type of Ahar in this winter season. Next slide, please. Now, as I said, we need snigdhata. So that's the main thing which we need, and we get it from the pure ghee. So daily intake of pure ghee is very important. It will never give you a trouble to your cholesterol or weight gain, but it will give you oilation inside and outside, like means inner organ system and to your skin also. Pure butter is like makhan is also very good option to get snigdhata. As I said, sesame and jaggery is important part of winter. You can consume that one. Now the leafy vegetables, root vegetables, they takes longer time to get digested. It should not be eaten as a raw form. So always cook it, steam it, toss it, and then consume. Spices are very important, and mainly the Kapha Prakriti can use more spices, then Vata Prakriti, and then Kapha Prakriti. So spices like ginger, turmeric, cardamom, you can use those one which will help your digestive system and makes your body warm. Also, lots of nuts and dry fruits you can consume in winter, which will give you more strength, which will nourish your dhatus, and you will get a healthy muscular system. As I said, oils also like sunflower, olive oil, mustard oil. Mustard oil is very hot. So in cold areas, you can consume. Like in Punjab, we advise to have mustard oil. So you can have the warm oil in your diet pattern. Next slide, please. Now in winter, as I said, in Western countries, there is snowfall. So the people couldn't go outside. So there is a sedentary lifestyle, which tends to weight gain, obesity, because they will have food intake is good, but there will be no physical activity. So that's why in Western countries, you should do indoor activities. And also, the nature is giving you good bala, good agni, the strong agni. So there also you can consume healthy food items, but it should be in the say warm and creamy soups form. All the exotic vegetables you can eat, but cook it properly, toss it or steam it, and then consume all those things. Sprouts are also very useful in Western countries, so use all these items in your daily food meals. Next slide, please. So as I said that leafy vegetables are important, fruit vegetables are important, root vegetables are important. So they will give you nourishment. They will give you antioxidant properties. But Ayurveda says don't eat in a raw form. Also, along with food items, water is important part. So in water, intake should not get decreased in winter because it will cause dryness or any urine infection type complaint. That's why drink 8 to 10 glasses of water daily, which will nourish and hydrate and cleanse your body. So water is also important. Sleep is also important. Daily 6 to 7 hours of nighttime sleep is needed, and avoid daytime sleep. As I said earlier, for the people who are staying in India also. So in that way, next slide. If it, yes. So as I said, you couldn't go outside, but at home you can do vyayama, which is yogasana, spot jogging, running, skipping. You can do it at home also. And whenever there will be a good sunny day, you can go outside and do outdoor exercises. So that will give you more and more strength in winter. And this strength is needed for all over the remaining period of the year. Because at that time, the Bala and Agni decreases. That's why try to get more and more strength and energy in winter season. Next slide, please. Yes, thank you very much. And I hope that I tried to cover all the points, many of the points about Ayurveda and how your Rutucharya should be there. Now I will hand over to Shruti Kulkarni. She will explain you in detail about the diet patterns and meals. Thank you very much. Over to you, Shruti.